over on Sky Max, Sky Showcase, and available as a box set on Sky Box Sets and Now TV, and arriving on Wednesday the 17th of July. It's a new comedy called Mr. Bigstuff, and here's a clip.
We said no secrets, and you have a brother. Hiya!
Why are you really here?
I feel like we're connected.
By kidnapping my boss.
Hello, Glenn.
Is he drunk? It's just to grease the wheels.
My wheels are greased. Glenn been neglecting his manly duties.
Sorry, love.
Not keeping his end up.
It was never going to be long, was it, Ian, before Danny Dyer made his way back onto our screens, because people do really love him. And this is a 6-part series. And as I say, Danny Dyer is back. Slightly different to what he did in EastEnders. This is funny, but it also has moments of kind of, I suppose, deeper rows and, you know, kind of, I suppose, the idea of, you know, families not getting on, or, you know, the differences between siblings, perhaps I should say would be better explaining it. So this literally focuses on Danny Dyer, who plays this Mr. Bigstuff, well, Lee Campbell as he's known, and he and his brother are very, very different. So it's set in Essex. Danny Dyer arguably plays himself because he is absolutely brilliant, and it's just, I don't know, he just seems to, it's like a duck to water, this part for him, and all hell breaks loose because these two estranged brothers, they haven't seen each other for a long time, they're very, very different, as I say, they come back into each other's lives. So Danny plays this part of Lee Campbell. He's quite this arguably menacing alpha male. I'm not sure that he is that menacing. I think he's quite funny. I mean, he's got a presence about him, but he's not sort of super ripped or anything like that. And he wears, as I'll explain shortly, clothes that aren't necessarily what you'd expect an alpha male to wear. But anyway, he turns up out of the blue at World of Carpets, where his very mild-mannered sibling, very different, as I said, Glenn, works as a sales assistant. So there he is, living his best life, doing what he does, selling carpets, and yeah, doing quite nicely for himself, his life ticking over, married, all very happy. And then Lee comes crashing in and throwing a grenade. He's running from some very violent people, and he needs to move in with his brother and his fiancée, Kirsty. The whole dynamic is just, I think Kirsty just can't quite get over Danny Dyer's presence because he's very in your face. He's exactly as you know Danny Dyer. You know, he wears their clothes. You know, he's often dressed in sort of like leopard print kind of long robe. Walks down the street, doesn't care, just in his knickers. Not quite budgie smugglers, but nearly there. It's got a great cast. It's got Adrian Scarborough, Judy Love, and it's, do you know what? It's a little bit. I think it's a little bit different actually. I think for not different for Danny Dyer, because Danny Dyer, I think, plays similarly to what he's done before, albeit not quite as sad and melancholy as his part in EastEnders. But as we know him as a character, it's very, very him. And he fully embraces this character. And you see them having rough and tumbles. It's it's silly fighting rather than scary, horrible fighting. It's a bit of fun. And I think Danny Dyer fans will like him in this. They'll like the dynamic. There's one piece, there's one part of this that I absolutely love, where Glenn's fiance, she's just looking at Danny and her eyes are just kind of like, you know, they're just sort of spinning. She can't quite believe that this is the brother of the man she's about to marry, because they are so different. But he does have a good heart. He's got absolutely no filter, as you'll find out. Language is ripe in places, but it's a lot of fun. What do you think, Ian?
I thought it was really funny, really good. And there is a bit of a connection with ancient Rome because, of course, Ryan Sampson was in the brilliant Roman comedy Plebs, and he worked with Danny Dyer on that, and that was great. He was really good in it, and he's written this. I do think Danny Dyer gets slightly underestimated, and I do think there's this kind of idea that, oh, you know, he's just kind of playing versions of himself. This shows that he definitely has funny bones. So he is hilarious in this. He's absolutely having a ball. Sampson is great as the kind of mild-mannered, kind of slightly wimpy brother who works in this carpet store, and he's a good salesman. The scenes in the carpet store are great, and Adrian Scarborough is an absolute hoot as his manager, who gets drawn into this sort of chaotic family drama. And there are lots of great lines in it. So they think that Danny Dyer's character Lee, well, certainly the fiance thinks that he's just a stranger who's broken into their home, and his brother's kind of threatening him with this sculpture, and he's saying, "What, you're gonna stab me with the objet d'art?" It's got lots of great lines, terrific performances. I can't wait to see what Judy Love is going to be doing, but we've not seen her in episode 1. And yeah, the dynamic also between the engaged couple, Glenn and Kirsty. They're kind of having sort of problems with their sex life, and sort of this alpha male coming into the house sort of causes a few ripples in that department. So, yeah, I thought it was really good. I thought Dyer was hilarious, and I thought the script was great. So, yes, a thumbs up from me.
He is funny, Danny Dyer, isn't he? He's absolutely brilliant. If you ever watch him interviewed separately to anything, he just holds forth. He, as you say, he's just got funny bones.
He has, and also, I mean, his mentor was the acclaimed playwright Harold Pinter, of course, and he probably made one of the most telling comments about David Cameron and Brexit on TV, which was about him going off to Nice and putting his trotters up. So, yeah, I'd say he's a good egg.